Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is early morning. Probably look like a mess. I'm a little tired. It's before work. But I wanted to come on here today, make this YouTube video. Maybe we'll post on the Jaguar Club as well. We'll see. Just regarding the whole Faze clan situation, the entire, Faze bank situation, everything that's going on just with this crazy stuff right now in the industry. As a long-term Faze clan fan, been supporting them ever since the Ilcams days, way back on like OG YouTube, into the Faze house in New York, all those days, seeing these guys, rise in fame and popularity, and just their content evolve over time. It's been a little bit crazy, to say the least, what's happened in the past 2-3 years just with Faze banks and just their management, and just the company in general, and then going public. And there's just been so much going down, so I'm going to break it all down for you guys, what's going on right now, as well as share a lot of my personal opinions and my thoughts on the matter as well, just because I think being a creator, being a streamer, being in this industry for a really long time, that I think I have some things to add that I've realized and I've noticed in my own journey. So once again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new, drop a sub. This is literally unedited. This is just my raw thoughts, my raw feelings on this for you all. Yeah, so I just wanted to make this video. Let's get right into it. So as you guys probably know, Faze clan recently has been doing a rebuild. They have been doing a massive rebuild, basically, where they basically have taken all of their members and cut them or dropped them, except for Adapt, Apex, Banks, Jev, Kason, Nick Merckx, Replays, Ronaldo, Rugscope, Swag, Temper, Your Rage, and Zuma. They have also recently added 4 new members. I think they're trying to really go back to the whole friend group thing. They really want to make Faze clan a friend group. They really just want to be friends with each other, hang out with each other, and try to get back to those original, New York house vibes where they're all friends, they're all boys, they're all hanging out, vibing, and just having a good time together. I think that is definitely a good thing. I know that there's been some negative feedback about these 4 new members that they signed. I truly think that those 4 new members are great content creators. I really think they're funny. I think they're all friends with each other. I think that, they're trying to bring that back in. There's definitely been a lot of negative feedback, people saying who, or like, who are these people, even though they're literally all massive streamers and content creators. We'll get to that later. But it's crazy to me, though, just to think of the amount of members and teammates that were let go during this situation, because that to me is kind of crazy. Like, if you think about it, on that list, the two or three main ones that weren't included that a lot of people were freaking out about was Tico, Blaze, and Rain. Now, Banks and everybody has already addressed those 3 people and their situation. The main thing is that their content doesn't really align with Faze clan's content, as well as Rain actually had something to say. He tweeted the other day and said that, as contrary to popular belief, Faze clan is still corporately owned. And so no one has said that. I don't know if Banks has talked about that or anybody else has talked about that, but Rain publicly came out and said Faze clan is still 51% corporately owned, which in the business world is 100%. And I don't think he likes that idea at all. I think that he just kind of wants out of the whole situation, because I think he realizes that it might not be smart for him to be around that crowd, to be, hanging out with those people, just because he really had a tough time with that in the past, and it's just was a terrible situation in the past. So I respect that. I respect the people that when they got let go, they kind of had the mentality of like, hey, we really appreciate the time that we had. Like, we'll never forget those years. We'll always be thankful for the time. Well, it turns out that that was not the response from everybody. There was some major backlash, as you know, as I can see why. I could definitely see why. You know, you're given a phone call. You literally have a day notice that you're being let go off this team that you've been a part of for a couple of years, however long it's been. I definitely could see how some people could be upset for sure. I know that would be a tough situation for sure. But some creators have literally totally just lashed out and been like, hey, or maybe it was they originally said something on stream, whatever it was. Some people were really upset that they got let go because they thought that they added a lot to the team. And the bottom line, in my opinion, is that with those certain people, I definitely feel for them. I feel that it sucks to be let go like that. It really sucks to be dropped like that. That is not good. That's not a good situation. But at the same time, you gotta understand that like those creators grew so much through Faze. Like Faze grew these people so much. Yes, they might not have been getting, you know, compensated well enough. That's a big deal. You know, I'm not denying that fact. But the fact that Faze allowed them to grow and gave them a platform and elevated their content and elevated them as a creator, I think is so important. I think that definitely goes unnoticed with a lot of these like more, you know, substantial organizations. So that's a big thing. I truly think that at the end of the day, that those creators, they definitely did have a right to be upset, but I do think that the overarching fact is that they should be appreciative of they definitely should be appreciative of their time that they spent a part of Faze and a part of the organization. So that leads us into our next topic that we're going to talk about is this Faze Banks tweet right here. Faze Banks says, F them all, couldn't have said it better myself. What does it say about how Blaze reacted versus how some of these random little clout chasing rats are reacting? We didn't even recruit you. Some weirdo did. See a bitch. This is a reboot. Crazy, man. 2.9 million views. Just wild. Wild. I mean, it's just crazy. I think that tweet says a lot just about, and I want to kind of talk about that tweet and unpack that a little bit, just with this whole scenario and this whole situation and just my thoughts on it. Like I was just saying, Blaze and some other streamers really reacted positively to this, and despite being upset and frustrated and angry, probably they still responded with the thank you for the opportunity, thank you for the time, and I believe that's the correct response. I really do. I think that is the way that you should respond. But the part that gets me is how Faze Banks is saying like these little clout chasing rats and these smaller streamers, or these, you know, these people that are not, you know, they just don't really matter in terms of the organization's future and different things like that. And like, what blows my mind is that some of these streamers that were let go and some of these creators that were told to leave, like the amount of hard work and the amount of effort and everything that they put into this, their content and their stream and just their Faze Clan in general, being in videos and different things like that, like it's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy. And a lot of these creators and streamers are massive streamers. These guys are huge streamers. These guys have hundreds of thousands of followers. Most of them have over millions of followers. Millions. You know, across all their platforms, across all their social media. They're very active. They do this professionally. They do this full time. They've had, you know, they have teams of editors. They have teams of people helping them out. Like, these are not like, these streamers and creators are not small people. Like, these creators are actual massive streamers compared to the average person, the average streamer. They're so much bigger than I am. in my stream and my content and everything that I do. It's crazy. And so just to think that, like, what blows my mind and what I really want to talk about a lot is just the fact that some people, some streamers, like, everyone's goals and ideas and visions of success are different, right? And this industry is so cutthroat and so just incredibly brutal at times with the numbers, you know, with success, with comparison. You know, it just is crazy to me that, like, if you truly do not stay in your lane and truly focus on your own brand, your own content, your own ideas of success, like everybody else out there, you know, apart from your community, apart from your stream and your friends and everybody else is trying to tear you down. Like, I've seen this in the industry. I've been in streaming for a really long time, and there are so many fake people out there. There's so many legitimate rats out there that truly want to just grow off of you and your content and your stream and your viewership and everything. They see it as an opportunity for themselves. There's so much, you know, selfish activity going on out here. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. And I truly think that, like, what one person's, and I've talked about this before, but what one person's idea of success is not what another person's idea of success is. There might be a streamer that wants to hit 1,000 followers, and if they hit 1,000, that's a huge deal. That's a huge win. I think that's awesome. I think they should focus on that and do that and set goals for yourself. It's crazy when you fall under just the umbrella of comparison and how much that really does rob your joy of content creation. Because at the end of the day, these big creators, these massive streamers, they feel the same way that a smaller creator does when they get no viewers. The same thing goes for a creator that is under 100 or 1,000 followers and they're under 5 viewers or whatever. The same thing goes for a creator that has 100,000 followers, that has 500,000, 1 million followers, and they get under 500 viewers or something like that. You know, it's all like, it's all a thing. They feel the same way. And what I'm leading up to in this and talking about this Faze Clan situation and just all the creators that have gotten let go, gotten cut, and maybe feeling a certain way, or other content creators out there that may be feeling burnt out, or maybe feeling, you know, like, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't compare, oh, there's just such a mountain to climb, I'm never gonna get up this crazy content follower, you know, success mountain in this online streaming content creation game. My message is that truly there is always going to be somebody that is more popular, more successful, that has more high view count than you. Like, there always will be. There is no end. And when you look at, like, when you look at GNGY, or you look at GNGY, or you look at all these popular top tier creators, right, that are on the top of the mountain, they got thousands of subs, like hundreds of thousands of subs, they got tens of thousands, 100,000 viewers, you know, they're going crazy. Well, look at all of the hate they receive. Look at all of everyone below them trying to tear them down all the time. It's like, yeah, they got a great community, they got an amazing fan base, but, like, dude, the amount of people, the amount of videos I see every day trying to cancel, trying to hate on, trying to, you know, literally trying to throw beef at, shade at, like trying to just tear down GNGY, GNGY, all these massive creators and streamers. Like, it blows my mind, bro. Once you reach the top of the mountain, everyone is trying to tear you down. Like, it's crazy to me. I have never in my life seen a more competitive, seen a more ruthless, just cutthroat business as online content creation and streaming. It's like, if you really think about it, you take a step back, like, it is actually brutal. Like, it's pretty cutthroat out there. And it's a fun industry, it's a fun business, and I love it. I love, you know, all the success we had. I'll never ever take that for granted, and I'm super appreciative of everything that we have gotten to accomplish as my stream and my channel. But I just wanted to mention that like this content stuff is so easy just to fall into a trap of like, oh, you know, man, I'm never gonna make it, or like, oh man, this milestone, this goal is just too much. I can't achieve that. I can't ever get there. But my message is, man, you gotta set your own goals. You gotta stay in your lane. You gotta not pay attention to what others are saying about you, what others think about you. You gotta not pay attention to your numbers so hardcore that that, you know, you're being upset with yourself, because this stuff happens at the Faze clan level. That's what I'm alluding to. Like this same stuff that, you know, smaller streamers, different people deal with, even the massive streamers deal with it. Even Faze clan members deal with it. They deal with getting cut, with getting, you know, dropped off a team, with people telling them they're not big enough or not good enough. You know what I mean? And truly, what I believe is that the whole content creation, online streaming, and everything, numbers, follower count, everything, it truly doesn't make you happy. Like, it truly will never fully satisfy you and fully, you know, make you feel amazing. Yes, there will be highlights. Yes, there will be successes and goals hit and amazing things hit, but like those feelings won't last forever. And I know a lot of people get really caught in that. They get caught in that cycle. They really feel stuck in that. They feel like, oh man, you know, oh, I reached this huge goal. Well, it's not good enough for this person, or like, oh, it's not good enough for this organization. You know, they want even bigger. You know what I mean? So then you start feeling, oh man, that those thoughts of doubt and comparison and everything start creeping in, and it really sucks. All this to say that I truly sympathize with those people. I truly think that you know, what you define of success is not what everyone is going to define of success. What you get happy and have joy in your content and your streaming might not be what other people have joy in their content, but make it. You know what I mean? Still do it. Chase after your goals. Chase after just what you like and what you enjoy. And last thing I'll say is that, in my opinion, these things truly will never satisfy you. Like, what I believe, what I personally believe, and what I think is so important when doing anything like this, whether it's a new business, whether it's you know, you're starting something new, whether it's online content creation, streaming, whatever it is, you got to be rooted in the right stuff. Like, you got to have a strong foundation, whether that's a super strong support system, whether that's faith, whether that's you know, believing in whatever you believe in. For me, it actually is amazing, because what I believe in is you know, is not rooted in my success and in my outcomes and in what I put forward and what I, you know, how many numbers I'm hitting today, or how many followers I'm getting today, or how much money I'm making today. It's not where my joy comes from. It's not where my passion, my, you know, my life comes from. My passion, my joy, my life, you know, everything that I do comes from Jesus Christ. Like, I truly put my faith in Christ and in what I believe, and all this other stuff, all these other blessings, and, you know, the blessings and the hard times and everything, they're all better because of that. And in my strong foundation that I have, it truly makes a difference. It truly makes a difference. And I truly think that, like, so many people out there just deal with these really hard times and tough times in streaming just because the fact that, like, they truly are putting their whole life and their whole hope and everything into a number, into a follower count, into this one goal that they have. And if they hit that goal, you know, life is going to be made and everything's going to be perfect and everything's going to be happy. And it's just not how it is, man. It just really isn't. From my long-term experience of being a streamer and a content creator and everything, like, there are so many amazing, awesome things that happen, but there's also really tough things too. And if you focus on the negative and you really focus on comparison and starting to compare yourself to others, and you're not rooted in the right things, like it can really, really, really lead you down a tough path. And it can lead to a lot of bad thoughts and a lot of, sadness. And so if you got any questions on anything I said in this video, or you want to talk anything more about this with the Faze clan situation, or what's going on right now, or just content in general, would love to chat, would love to talk with you. I think my Discord will be in the description down below, as well as all my social media as well. Feel free to reach out, talk about anything. If anything in this video made sense, or anything you want to talk more about, or anything, would love to talk with you. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I know it's my first video in a long time. I've been crazy busy just with work and just with life and everything. It's been busy, but hopefully getting more reaction videos, hopefully getting more videos out like this. Would love to just share my thoughts, my opinions, my everything. Just talking about it. I love just doing these, like just chatting, just talking, podcast, if you want to call it, solo podcast, whatever it is. But seriously, would love to do that. Love to do more of these. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you stayed to the end, you're an absolute legend. I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching again, and we'll see you in the next one.